let's talk about the true cost of motorcycle comfort and what that might mean. Well, hey folks, welcome back once again to HarleyDayRider, your good old friend HDR. If you're new to the channel, then welcome aboard my Road Glide Ultra. And as I just prefaced this video telling you what is the true cost of motorcycle comfort. You know, a lot of you out there, and I know I've said it too, I've made this statement probably a million times, well, not a million times. Every time I buy a motorcycle, I say, you know, man, I'm going to leave her stock, man. I'm going to just leave her alone and let her roll there and let her be a perfectly stock bike and, you know, be very happy with it. And then something gets into your body, right? Something gets into you and possesses you. And it's called, I'm going to name this. It's called the upgrade nightmare. The upgrade nightmare. Or maybe we could even call it, maybe we go further and call it the demons of upgrading motorcycles. Huh? What do you think? And what I'm talking about is motorcycle comfort. We buy these motorcycles and, you know, you buy them and they're not cheap. No matter if you buy you know, if you buy a $9,000 Sportster, or if you buy a $45,000 or $40,000 CVO, they are not cheap, right? It's a hit to your wallet. I don't care what kind of financial standings you have, it's some money taken out of your pocket. And you get that motorcycle home, put my feet up around the pegs a little bit, there we go. You get that motorcycle home and you start riding her a little bit, right? You start getting some miles on that motorcycle. And you're riding around and you're talking to your buds, and one of your buds say, oh man, you still riding with that factory OEM seat? And you're like, yeah, I'm still riding with that OEM seat. And they're like, why? And I'm like, well, you know, maybe you, not me, just, well, it feels pretty good to me. That's because you never tried anything different. Oh man, what? Oh, come over here and sit on my bike. So you sit on their Mustang seat or their Corbin seat or their, you know, whatever seat they may have bought or may have purchased. Maybe it's one of the new Harley seats, you know. Could be a Sundowner or a hammock, right? And you're like, wow, that seat is amazing. That is super comfy. Well, what are you doing? Nah, you got those nightmares, right? You're laying in bed at night, you're thinking, man, if I could just come up with $800, right? If I come up with $800 or maybe even $1,000, I could buy myself a new seat. And you do. You save up the money, you buy a seat, right? So that's first upgrade. The guy was going to step out in front of the motorcycle, and then he thought differently. Hi, bud. Nice to see you today. Hey, and by the way, I don't know if you noticed this or not. Today I'm shooting with a different camera. I hope the angle's good. I hope the video comes out, or you may never see this. So I'm using the GoPro 7 with a wired microphone inside the helmet there. And one thing I like about wearing this helmet is I have no Sena hooked up to it, so I can't, you know, take phone calls or hear text messages or any of that stuff. I can see my phone, obviously, but I just want to give you a different view there of the bike and the new bars. The new bars is a comfort thing, right? That's a comfort item. You know, you talk to your buds and they're like, hey, you still using them OEM bars on that motorcycle? You're like, yeah, man, I've got a lot of miles on them. I like them. Oh, no. You need to have, you know, 10-inch bars or 12-inch or 14s or 16s or maybe 18s, maybe way up here, you know, up on top. You need new handlebars. Well, there goes that motorcycle demon again in your head. You're laying in bed late at night and you're thinking about, how can I get them handlebars? And if I buy them, can I put them on myself? Or do I got to take it to Harley, you know, and Harley might charge me, you know, $600-700 to install my new handlebars. plus the price of the bars, a couple $100 for bars. They're not really that expensive. So that demon gets in your head about bars. So now we got a new seat, and we got new bars, and we're cruising down the road. We're like, man, we are so happy. Now we know the cost of our motorcycle just went up by what? Let's say, let's give it another. If you had the dealer do it, the handlebars, let's say we give it another $2,000, right? So now that $28,000 motorcycle is now costing you $30,000. But man, you are comfortable, right? You're building it to what you want it to be. You're like, man, I am so comfortable now. Whew. I can't think of anything else I want to do with this motorcycle. Well, you meet up with this guy by the name of Harold. And Harold's on one of the chapter rides, or hog chapter. And you go meet him and you're like, hi, Harold. He's like, hey, HDR, nice to meet you. HDR, you running the stock shocks in that motorcycle? Well, yeah, I got the stock shocks. I mean, they seem pretty good. I mean, you know, once I get them preloaded. And Harold goes, hey, HDR, well, when we go on this next couple mile ride here, ride my bike and see what you think. You know, I got progressive shocks on there, or Revo A's or something he got on that bike. And you get on his bike and you ride it and you hit that first bend and you're like, wow, this, oh my goodness, this is the best feeling motorcycle. I hit a bump at I hit a pothole like 4 inches deep and I didn't even feel a thing on my back or my legs. Or, wow. Huh. Well, you go home a couple weeks later, you got that motorcycle demon going back in your head again, right? You're laying in bed there, it's all going to, you can't sleep. You're like, I gotta get some new shocks on my motorcycle. So, you know, a couple weeks go by, you save a little bit of money, you keep putting in a little shoebox at home until you get enough cash. And you go and you buy yourself a set of Revo A's or Progressives or whatever kind of new shocks you buy. You put those on your motorcycle. So now, that's another $1,000. That $28,000 motorcycle now just got you up to around 31, maybe even 31.5, right? If you do the front forks. Because why do the back shocks if you're not going to do the front shocks, right? Or the front fork springs. Kind of makes sense. So now you got all the creature comforts, right? You got the seat, you got the handlebars, you got the shocks. Your bike is riding like your recliner. It is so darn comfortable, right? Can't think of anything else you'd want on that motorcycle whatsoever. Well, yeah, that could be true, but you go on another ride, you have a YouTube buddy call you up, and they're like, hey, HDR, let's go for a nice ride today. You go for a ride with them. Well, instead of having foot pegs for highway pegs, here, let me show you my highway peg, if I can show you this real quick. See down there? Can you see that? I don't know if the camera's picking this up. Wait, I'll try to tilt my head more. See, you see down there? It's like a peg, right? So, but your buddy says, oh man, you don't want them old pegs on there for your feet. You want little floorboards, mini floorboards up there, right? For highway pegs. So you're like, really? Do I need that? So you sit on his bike, you're like, whoa, yeah, I need these. That's a cheap upgrade, right? That might be 120 bucks. You can slap those on yourself with an Allen wrench. Pretty simplistic upgrade. So anyway, I don't want this video to get too long, but you get the general idea of the cost of the comfort of the motorcycle, and building your motorcycle exactly like somebody else's is not always a good idea. And I'll tell you why. Let's say, for instance, if Bodine 52, okay, Bob, if he bought a Mustang Super Touring seat. He told me it's the best seat he ever ridden. And I believe Bob. I trust him. You know, Colin, Bronco Ride went out and bought one. Jim, Be the Rider PA, has a Mustang seat. And they swear by these seats, right? Now here's the problem. Let's say if I buy that seat and I put it on my bike and I absolutely hate it. I hate it, right? No, I wouldn't. I love Mustang. I think Mustang's a great company. I don't know why I haven't bought one up till now. I guess just economics, right? So let's just say, for instance, I buy that seat, I get it home, and I put it on the bike, okay? And let's say I hate it. I don't like it. Well, you just ate $800 or $900, right, on an upgrade you're not going to like. So be careful. Don't always build your motorcycle like somebody else's, right? Try to determine what you want it to be for your comfort. We're all different sizes, we're all different weights, we're all different heights, Just because somebody bought one set of shocks might not be the right shock for your motorcycle. You know, do a lot of research, do a lot of exploring. I know Bodine's been buying all these different windshields, and he has a thing worked out with Clockworks for windshield testing. You know, I've been pretty good with the OEM windshields. Not to say I wouldn't try some of the other windshields, but I just that's not something I wanted to explore. He seems to love it, and that's good. That's his style of riding. Remember, I tell you guys, ride your own ride. Maybe I should also add in there, you know, build your own bike. You know, don't build your bike to match somebody else's, because it's not going to be perfect for you. And I could prove that. Go to any Harley shop, go to any motorcycle shop. Buy a motorcycle that's been kind of modded out for comfort, not performance. Performance we all love, right? We all love stage 4s, stage 3s. We all love that. But buy one that has, like, I don't know, 18-inch handlebars on it, or take it out for a ride. Don't buy it. Maybe it has, I don't know, a hammock seat on it. You know, maybe it has a driver's backrest, and maybe it has new shocks. Take it out and see. I guarantee you buy that bike and you get it home, you're going to change something, because it was built for the rider that owned that bike. So I hope this video made some sense. I hope it comes out, because I feel it's a pretty good video. I think it's a video topic that not a lot of people talk about. You know, and we all want to say that when we buy an upgrade, it's the best thing in the world, because we don't want ourselves to believe that we spent money that we probably shouldn't have. You know, we all want to make the right decision, right? You want to make the right decision. So, but anyway, I hope this video helps you out, and you know, get out there and mod your bikes out for comfort. I think comfort is a big thing. You know, especially if you pack down a lot of miles like we do every year. You want the bike to be as comfortable as you possibly can get it, and try to enjoy your ride. So, all right, thanks for riding along with me here. Thanks for listening to me babble, and hopefully click that little subscribe button and that little like button, and you know, hit that little bell thing if you haven't hit that already. I will talk to you next time. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for riding along with me here. I am HarleyDayRider. Remember, ride your ride, be safe out there. I will be down and out in the lovely area of West Virginia. Once I get past this car here. Come on, buddy. Really, you're gonna make me stop my bike. What are you doing? All right, see ya.